Om Shanti. A very good evening to all our SiT participants for this monthly SiT retreat. As you all are aware that SiT stands for Spirituality in IT. We have been conducting these monthly retreats from the last 11 years now. And next month, we will be celebrating the 11th anniversary of these monthly retreats. And I'm sure many of our participants who have been continuously being part of this retreats on this journey have benefited a lot in many ways through different topics explored. Our experienced speakers have helped them to maintain the work-life balance with the help of practical tips and tools of Raja Yoga meditation. So we are back again with yet another beautiful topic of today, your thoughts, your world. And to drive us through this topic, we have a wonderful speaker with us, all the way joining from Indonesia. So we take pride and we take honor in welcoming our sister Janaki to this session of today's evening session. So Sister Janaki is the National Coordinator of Brahma Kumaris in Indonesia. She has been teaching and learning Raj Yoga meditation from the past 38 years now. And she has been a recipient of many awards like the Hindu Youth Award Indonesia, Young Intellectuals Hindu Drama Forum in 2012, another award which was Peace Award from World Peace Organization, Love, Compassion and Peace in the Heart and Peace on Earth in the year 2012. And yet another award from the Radio Republic Indonesia in the year 2013 for her sincere appreciation of your outstanding contribution in upliftment and empowering the community award in the year 2017. She received this from the Consulate of India General in Bali. She has participated in various international conferences and seminars like the Value Contribution to the World Hindu Summit in the year 2013. Then she has participated in international conferences on the title Family Planning in Nusa Dua, Bali in the year 2016. She has been a facilitator for international seminar Mahindra Datta University, Bali in the year 2017. Apart from all these, she has given radio talks in Radio Republic Indonesia, Radio Republic Indonesia, Singaraja Radio Republic, then Indonesia, Surabaya Radio, and many others. She has written books on meditation in Indonesian language and has translated many books. From the last 28 years, she has been teaching. And as I said, she has been learning Raj Yoga. And she, in her academic education, she has done her BA honors from Malaysia and a Bachelor's of Law from UK and a teaching certificate from the Government of Malaysia. She knows 5 languages, English, Indonesian, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, which is, I can say, a very linguistic personality amongst us. So, and she's got a teaching experience of 30 years in primary and secondary school, then a lecturer and teacher in training college, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So we have a very wonderful personality amongst us who has a rich experience in Raj Yoga and as well as teaching experience in the Lokik world. So it is a wonderful honor to welcome you, sister, for today's session. Thank you for joining us. Over to you.
Thank you, Shivani Ben, for that introduction. Greetings of peace to everyone. Indeed, I'm so happy to be connected with you in this program. It's my pleasure to be with you and to share some of my views with you. Maybe some of these points you already know, but it is good to revise once in a way. As you know, I'm in Bali, and our local time here is 8 p.m. We are 2.5 years ahead of India time. So, first of all, our topic today is your thoughts, your world. You surely have seen this slogan, you are what you think. Now, what do you think? And why is thinking so very, very important? It is important because our karma and whatever we do to increase our good karma, or we do something to decrease our good karma, it starts with thoughts. So good karma starts with thoughts. And so if I want to have a happy future, a happy tomorrow, a good fortune tomorrow, I have to start with my own thoughts. So do I know my thoughts? Am I aware of my thoughts? Do I understand my thoughts? Can I monitor my thoughts? Can I change my thoughts if I think they are not so good? So these are some of the things that we can think, because the purpose of life is to be happy. And to be happy, the first thing we have to learn is to manage our thoughts, because you are what you think. So as I said earlier, karma. So karma begins with thinking. And why is karma so important? Because it determines our happiness in this world. So when I have a good thought, when I have a good thought, a thought that gives me hope, that gives me strength, that gives me power, that gives me love, that gives me faith. So what is the thought? I'm okay, I can do it, I can face it, I can definitely do it well. So these affirmations of the self is very, very important, because we have to energize ourselves. We have to make ourselves powerful with our own thoughts. So one very important thing is, what am I thinking? Because when I think, what I think will also affect the subatomic cellular body. What I think affects my body. So the soul in this body, when I think, my thoughts, first of all, affect this body. So I have to be careful that I don't have thoughts that will be negative to me, the soul, negative to my karma, and negative to my body. So because I love myself, because I care for myself, I have to have positive thoughts, because my body is the first one to be affected by what I think. So the body follows the soul's instructions. It's not the other way around, because the soul is the actor in the body. So the body is a vehicle. So the soul acts in the body, and the body listens to the soul. So I have to work in harmony with my body. I have to take care of my body. So soul-body connection can come if my thinking patterns are good, positive, enlightening, and empowering. So I need to think. So to think, we can understand that when I think the right way, when I understand my thoughts, I grow through life. Every day I'm growing. Just like a tree, it grows every day. So I grow through life when I start managing my thoughts, when I start understanding my thoughts, when I start energizing my thoughts, when I start making my thoughts positive, I grow through life. I do not go through life. I grow each day. So it's very important that I learn how to think. Now we can choose what to think. We all have choices all the time in all situations. What do I choose? With people, with things, with situations, what do I think? So when I look at a profile of a person's thoughts, in one day, especially in Kali Yuga, when I think of the profile of a normal person, what do I see in that profile? Maybe 77% of the thoughts would be on work stress, attending to job demands, and so on. 76%. And then the other 10%, maybe family worries, children, education, the others, the bodily health, monetary problems, social problems, health problems. So the profile of a normal person in Kali Yuga is normally something that is stressful. Very few of us really give time to ourselves to be at peace with the self, to love the self, to give time to the self, to make sure that whatever comes in my way today, I will be in control. I will be at peace with myself. It's very important. Now, my friends here in Bali, they say, sister, we pray every morning and we pray every evening. Good. Prayer is good. But prayer is something that we ask from God. Help me, give me power, stay with me, show me the way, give me light, bless me, pardon me. So we're asking something from God. What am I asking from myself? What have I to do with myself that I can be sure that I service myself first? So the only way to service myself is my thoughts. Many people think that karma means talking, doing, and interacting with people. No, the seed of all karma, the seed of all actions starts with one thought. If the thought is good, followed by good, sweet words, words of blessings, if the actions following those words are good, then that is really good. But imagine if I don't feel good about something, I have negative feelings, I have wrong feelings, waste feelings, but I speak sweetly. Is that going to help me? No, my body will get confused. The cells in my body will get confused. Am I telling the truth or what? Which is the truth? Because inside I have waste thoughts, my voice, my voice is something that is saying nice things. My mouth is saying nice things. So there is confusion. So the first conflict, if mind and words and actions are not in tune, are not in line, I become the first victim of my own self. Is that loving the self? Is that finding happiness for the self? Is that what I want in my karmic accounts? So first and foremost, I have to make sure that I am with myself. I touch myself. I feel myself. I energize myself with positive thoughts. I can do it. I will do it properly. I am positive. So this is the first thing that I have to do with myself. And then when I pray, that's also good. But I have to understand myself first before I can talk to God. What am I going to ask God if I don't know about myself? Have you ever thought about that? For example, I go to a doctor. I have to tell him my symptoms so that the doctor can help me. I go to a teacher and have to tell him what I want to learn so that he can give me what I need. So when I talk to God, I have to understand myself so that I can talk to God saying that this is my weakness, or this is my fear, or this is what I'm doing. So I need your blessings, and I'm going to do it with full faith, with love, with commitment, and with a lot of faith in what I'm doing. So to understand God, we have to understand ourselves. So to whichever faith we belong, it is important that we understand the self and then say our prayers and then talk to God for a while so that you are in touch with yourself, you understand yourself, and you have spoken to the highest authority. So our body can become relaxed. There is no tension. So there is no conflict. The energy of the thoughts, thoughts are energy. Thoughts produce energy, and this energy comes in waves. It comes in, like waves of thoughts, light. It reaches everyone and everywhere. So wherever I'm going, I'm sending out waves. I'm sending out light. I'm sending out vibrations, and these come from my thoughts. So am I doing what I have to do as a human being? As a human being, I know what is good and what is bad. Am I doing what I have to do so that I have happiness? Many of us, we think that if we do something good to somebody, we are good. No, if we are good to somebody, we are really enhancing our fortune, our blessings, our well wishes. So I do something because that thing will boomerang back to me. So even if I help somebody, then I will get that help in a certain way, maybe through vibrations, love, prayer, blessings. It comes back to me. So it's wrong to think that I am a very generous person, or I help the poor, or I've donated so much. Whatever we do, it comes back to us. So am I generous to other people, or am I generous to myself? Am I generous to others, or am I being nice to myself? So what is the purpose of life? To be happy. So when I start thinking, first thing, I cooperate with my body, I talk to God, I'm positive, I'm vibrating. And when I help, I also get back blessings. So life is wonderful if we can learn how to think. But normally, because we are caught up with less time, we're in a hurry, we have so many things to do, and we are mostly like work conscious, we are more caught up with what we have to do. We forget that I have to service myself in whatever I do. And this kind of process is called karma yoga. I am in touch with myself when I do my work in the office. I touch myself, but I'm working in the office. So what is it that I want to give of myself? My full attention, my love, my concern, my responsibility. So not to just stress and give attention to the work, but let it come from you, from inside you, that you want to do a good job. You are committed, you have love, and you want to do a good job. So even in the workplace, if you are very, very, very busy, be a karma yogi. Karma yogi means you are in touch with yourself, you are in control of yourself. There may be lots of things to do, but you tell yourself, calm, peaceful, one by one, slowly get it done beautifully, truly, accurately. So you are actually engaging yourself. Not only your hands are doing the work, not only your hands are at the computer, but your mind is committed. Your whole being is committed. And what kind of work will you produce? Good work. And then you also don't get stressed because you tell yourself, I'm doing this and I'm getting blessings. I'm doing this and I'll get good wishes. I'm doing this, I get a pay at the end of the month. I'm doing this because I'm a good human being. I'm doing this because I am the creation of the Almighty, who is the wisest of the wise. So karma yogi stage. So karma yogi means you can be doing anything, but don't lose touch with yourself and become work conscious. Work conscious means I plunge into the work and I'm separated from myself. So that is work conscious. Some are time conscious. They keep on looking at the time. What is the time? How much time I have? Again, time conscious. No, be conscious of yourself, work with attention, and time will help you. So this is how we manage the self. Human being, a human being means he can adjust himself to the needs of the world while keeping his peace, while keeping his love for himself intact. It doesn't mean that I have to be a yogi to be loving or to be calm. Any person can be calm. Any person can be friendly. Any person can be relaxed. It's how we think. And so the saying says, you are what you think. It's a simple statement, but it has a lot of impact on us, our work, our family, our lives. You are what you think. Another important thing about thoughts is, as I said earlier, we have a choice. Yeah, we have a choice to accept, not to accept, to be happy or sad, to do or not to do. We have a choice in every situation, and we make the choice. Now, there are two things that I can remember that we have to pay a little attention. So when I'm using my five senses, my eyes, my ears, my nose, mouth, hands, when I'm using my five senses, all my thoughts that are using the five senses are thrown outwards. So I am seeing what's happening there, who's going, who's doing what, who's coming, who's going, what are they talking, what are they doing, what are they dressing, what are their dressings like. So many things I can think. So when I'm looking out and throwing my thoughts outwards, I'm losing a lot of energy, because to think, I have to use my energy and I deplete my full energy to a certain extent if I think more outwards. But when I think inwards, when I turn my thoughts inwards, how am I feeling now in this situation with these people around? What should I think? What is the best way to think? Can I think differently that is good to me? Can I think in a new way that is beneficial to me? Normally, I will say, I don't like the way she dresses. I don't like if he's in the group. I would rather he doesn't join us. We think like that. And these are very careless thoughts that deplete us of our energy. So can I say, whoever comes, it's good. Whatever they say, it's good. I can accept. It may not be good, but I will not be harsh to myself by getting upset, by getting angry, by rejecting. I will just stay cool and calm and let things work out slowly. So the thing is, when we look outside, we dream. When we look inside, we awaken. Why dream? Because we let our thoughts flow from one thought to another to another. And sometimes we condemn, we criticize, we gossip, we compare, we compete, yeah, we correct. So we have our own opinion. But so when I look outside, I dream. But when I look inside, I awaken. So do I want to be awakened all the time, or do I want to dream? So if I can keep my thoughts to myself and I pay attention to myself, what would be my attitude? What would be my action? What would be my behavior? What would be the result? I am what I think. You are what you think. So looking outside is very, all the time, it's more body consciousness, it's more using the senses, and we lose energy just by looking, just by watching others and allowing our thoughts to come and go. But when I look inside, I can repair myself, I can heal myself, I can love myself, I can correct myself, and I can get my posture, positive posture again inside. So what am I doing with myself? Am I traveling outside all the time, or am I traveling inside? Yes, we have to keep a balance because we are working in the outside world, but we also have to take care of our inside world, inner world and outside world. They have to keep a good balance. And who keeps this balance? I, the soul in the body. Okay, now this another point which I would like to share with you is, we have a lot of previous experiences, a lot. And when we see something, we use those experiences as a mirror to decide what to think. I will give a very simple example. Let's say that when I was young, I had a stepmother who was not very nice to me. Yeah, let's say she was not nice to me, my stepmother. But now I'm grown up. I'm no longer under that stepmother. I have finished my drama with her already. So many years have passed by, but I still keep the thought, that experience. And every time I see somebody has a stepmother, I tell myself that person must be not good. So I use my experience as a mirror to express myself. It is not right. So there is a beautiful saying in spirituality. It's good that you think about it for some time. You are IT people, so you can also spend some time thinking about this. An unattached mind, I repeat, An unattached mind sees all. So I do not think of my stepmother and I see somebody else's stepmother, I can still love, I can still accept, I see all. For example, when we say something black is dirty, not necessary, but I have in my experience, black means dirty. Not true. So when I can see things with a clean slate and not refer to my past experiences. So I see with an unattached mind, I see all. But normally we don't see all. When we see somebody, we will look at certain things, nationality, same nationality, happy, same faith, happy, same town, happy, same village, happy, same, happy. If they are not same, then we start having ideas, can or not, should or not, good or not. So preconceived ideas, previous experiences color what we see and color what we do. This is why every morning it's good to clean the slate of the mind so that I tell myself, I'm not a woman, I'm not a man, I'm a soul. I'm not this faith or that faith. I'm a human being. I love God. I will support what is right and what is truthful. I will always do my best. These are good. But if I say I come from this faith, I'll only help the people of this faith. I'm from this village or from this country. I'll only help from this. So I am narrowing my love. My love can encompass the whole world. My love can accept everyone, but I am making my love small, narrow, protected, very shriveled, not healthy, always having choosing your own kind and rejecting others. So we're rejecting this person because of that, rejecting the other person because of that. So we're rejecting. But spirituality tells us we are brothers. We are brothers, actors on this world stage. We have to interact with love, peace, and harmony, spiritual law. So my thinking, if it is colored by my previous experience, I become not healthy in my thinking. So thoughts can be healthy, thoughts can be unhealthy, thoughts can be accurate, thoughts can be inaccurate, thoughts can be narrow, thoughts can be worldwide. Thoughts can encompass all, or thoughts can be very selective. What do I choose? You have a choice. You have a choice to choose. What do you choose? So the first thing that I can think of is I become my own best friend. Can anybody else become your own best friend? No. If I am my own enemy, can God be my friend? No. Because if I am my own enemy, and when I talk to the Almighty, I'll say, the world is unfair. See what they did to me. Now I'm unhappy. I can't do what I have to do. I'm in sorrow. I'm in pain. Help me. Is that going to help me? No. Help yourself so that God can help you. So I am my own best friend. I am my own worst enemy. We have heard this. We have heard this. But again, when we stop to think, when we stop to ponder, it means so much. It is so deep, because only when I am my friend can I befriend God, can I befriend others. I am my own enemy with a lot of negative, and I want everybody to praise me or to take me into their lap. No, it doesn't happen that way. So what happens? So I'm my own best friend. I am positive. So I have a choice. I choose. I heal myself. I stay with me. I cooperate with my body. And when I do any karma, I try to keep it as much as possible, being in a karma yogi stage, so I can grow with life. I can grow with life, and I don't have to go through life as a burden. So an unattached mind sees all. And then, our body also releases hormones, serotonin, endorphins. These are good hormones. They help to keep you healthy. You see, when I'm positive, I can smile. When I'm keeping thoughts that are not healthy, I cannot smile. Somewhere I read a baby smiles 400 times. A teenager smiles 17 times, 17. And an adult, no smile. Adult, no smile. Because to smile makes you beautiful. Because when you smile, you don't have to use so many of your muscles, only 14. But when you frown, you use 72 muscles. So you grow older when you're frowning, when you're unhappy, when you're not cooperative, you're growing older. So your body is suffering, your thoughts are not accurate, you are not your best friend, you can't talk to yourself. How can you talk to anybody else? So your world depends on your thoughts, your world. Again, one other thing, sometimes we are very strong with our family members. We hardly say nice things to them. We hardly. Very few people tell their mothers, I love you, mother. I love your cooking. You're the best mother. You're the best father. I'm so proud to be in this family. I'm so fortunate to be your child. I will make sure that I will make the name of this family good. Very few, because we are shy to come out with words. Say it, do it. There's a story. This mother, housewife, she works and works and works the whole day because she has 4 children, husband is working, 4 children are going to school. So you can imagine the amount of house work that she has to do to keep the household going in a very smooth fashion. So one day during dinner, when they were all sitting at the dinner table, the bread that she baked was burnt. The bread that she baked, this mother baked, was burnt, but there were other dishes, there were other things to eat and drink and fruits, everything, but the bread was burnt. So what did the husband, was a very wise man, a very good husband, a very mature man. What did he say? Mommy, the bread is burnt. I love burnt bread. Thank you, mommy. So the mother, who had, was busy somewhere else, the bread got burnt. So she feels, thank God, he didn't scold me. Thank God, I was expecting some harsh words. So she's calm. And then the children, they want to shout at their mother. They also keep calm. Why? The father said, Mommy, I love burnt bread. So the children all kept quiet. Later on, the children approached the father and said, Father, you are not telling the truth. You spoke a lie. Why did you speak a lie? Who likes burnt bread? The father said, you see, your mother is working whole day for all of us. And for one mistake, after so many days, do you want to punish her or do you want to love her? Tell me. So what a good lesson. You are what you think. I see the burnt bread, I can shout, what are you doing at home? Why can't you pay attention? See, all of us are hungry. Bread is burnt. Such a jamela after that, fighting, shouting, crying. Now, smooth. So, thinking the right way in the right place and doing the right thing takes a lot of maturity. Takes a lot of maturity. I love this story because it's so nice. Another story also about thinking. Now there were great floods in the year 2013 in India, and many houses and many lives were lost. Many houses were washed away and many lives were lost. And as you know, whenever there is something, Jamela or some disaster, the first persons to go there are the news journalists. So this journalist, he went to an old lady and he knew that this old lady, her house was washed away, all her belongings gone. And so he wanted her story because he has to put it in the newspaper. Very interesting story. Old lady, all lost now, where to go, what to do. So he's expecting some very juicy news. And what did this old lady said? I am very thankful. What? You lost your house? Yes. You lost everything? Yes. And you're thankful? Yes. Why? I'm alive. My children are alive. My grandchildren are alive. Can I ask for anything more? So many lives are lost in these floods. But I've got my whole family intact. We can work our way upwards slowly. Today, I'm grateful to God. He has saved, salvaged all of us. I'm so happy. Is that news going to go into the newspaper the next day? No, not at all. That kind of news will not go into the newspapers. So you see, what you think, where do you want to throw your focus? Do you want to throw your focus? The good, the bad, the benefit, the loss, your choice. Your choice. So where do you want to focus your thoughts, your attention? That is what you do. So you have a choice to focus on whatever you want the outcome to be. So I've given you 2 examples. Now, one other thing that I think is very important for this topic, your thoughts, your world, very important. Whatever property you have inside, whatever property you have inside you is much, much more important than the property that is outside you. What is the property outside you? Land, house, car, and other things, jewelry, whatever outside. What is the inside property that you have? Peace, calm, love, patience, tolerance. Which is more important? Both are important. I'm not saying the other is not important, but to keep a balance Just don't go looking for material, that is horizontal. So go for vertical as well. Love, vertical. Peace, prayers, vertical. Meditation, vertical. So go on the linear journey, horizontal journey, also go on the vertical journey, because we can do both. So are you a balanced person? You are balanced if your thoughts and your world are balanced. Keep a balance. So it's very, very important to understand that I have to be my own best friend. So pay attention to affirmations, self-talk, pay attention to your company, pay attention to visualization. See yourself as a happily retired person. See yourself as a successful family man. See yourself as somebody who's always happy. Remember, your world comes from your thoughts. So be sure or make sure that your inner property is also rich and your external property is also rich. So there is this thing called the Maharishi effect. You see, we know the great Hindu epic Mahabharata. 5 Pandavas, they won over the Kauravas. So we know that story. So 5 can win over 100. But this Maharishi effect, what this saint said was, in a given society, if 1% of the people in the society becomes positive, 1% become positive, then that society will benefit in many ways. 1% benefit the 99%. And of course, everybody thought that it was such a unreasonable thing to say, but there was a kind of an experiment done. And in this experiment, they managed to have 1% of the people having daily prayers and meditation and affirmations in their life for a certain period, 1 hour, 2 hours daily. And what they found after a short period was the crime rate in that society went down by 16%. So what is the world we see today in Kali Yuga? Where did that world come from? How did that world come to be as it is? Who is the cause of it? Each and every one of us. Each and every one of us. We are the ones who projected that kind of a world outside, which we call hell, Kali Yuga. Injustice, unfair, bad, difficult, sorrowful, painful, cruel, whatever we say. Where did all those come from? Us. Now we have to reverse the situation. We have to reverse it. What must we do? What must we do? Again, start afresh. Never give up on yourself. Every moment is the right moment to start a new start. Every moment of our lives is a good beginning. So start now thinking positive, just being good and not to judge others, because our tendency to judge with our own past experiences are most often faulty, unfair, and unjust. So can I see with a clean slate of mind unpolluted, positive, can I start thinking from now? So one point which I would like to share as an ending to this class, try to divinize whatever you see or do, or whoever you meet. Divinize. What is divinize? To make it divine. You have a plate full of rice. Thank God, you divinize the food. You have a friend. Think good of him. You divinize your relationship. You're in your workplace. Bless your workplace. You divinize your workplace. Your family, your wife, your husband, your children, they're all divine creatures. Look at them with a loving eye. Look at them with understanding, patience, forgiveness. Divinize your own life. I am a divine being. My thoughts must be the same. How can I be a divine being? My thoughts are different. How can I be a divine being when my words are not okay? How can I be a divine being if my actions and my relationships are not accurate? Divinize yourself, divinize others, divinize things, divinize the world. Your thoughts, your world. So I would like to end up with a very short story. This is again about a saint meditating in the Himalaya area, and he normally goes to a lake side, to the side of the lake to meditate for many hours. So he was a meditator, observing silence and observing a peace for many hours, sitting by the lakeside. Now, in that lake, there were many beautiful white swans. Because he was, as I said, vibrating, he was giving out vibrations of love, peace, happiness, kindness. So all these were vibrating through him into the world. So what did the swans do? They used to come near him, sit on him, sit beside him, sit on his shoulder, on his head. All these white swans will come around him the whole day. Why? They were happy in his energy field. Happy. So one scientist who saw this, he was very curious to know how these creatures, they can feel the vibrations of a human being. And he wanted to catch some of these swans and do some experiments on them. He tried to catch them, but the swans would fly away. So he tried a few times. He was not successful. So he made a plan with this saint. He said, please help me to get a few swans. I'm not going to hurt them, but I'm going to do a research. Please help me to get a few swans. Of course, the saint was not happy, but because he was going to do a research, the saint agreed. The next day, the saint sat down to meditate. Did any swan come near him? No. Why? The intention was not right. The intention of the meditation was not right. So your intention is going to give the result. I am speaking sweetly to somebody because I want them to think that I am a sweet person. I must be sweet to speak sweetly. So the intention must be right so that I am natural. I am myself naturally sweet. So intentions are important. So a little bit of understanding about your thoughts, your world. Brothers and sisters, actually, this is a very, very, very big topic, but I've just chosen a few to explain about this. There are many, many more beautiful thoughts on thoughts, but I think for now, the clock is telling me put a full stop. So thank you so much for your time. And maybe we will stop for some short meditation. Shivani Behen?
Yes, sister, we can have a meditation now, and after that, we can take a few questions from the participants,
Yes.
if it's okay with you.
So, brothers and sisters, for this short meditation, just sit relaxed. Don't have any preconceived ideas, no thoughts. Just try to relax and allow yourself to follow these thoughts in a very gentle, natural way. Gentle, natural, allow these thoughts to flow into you. Okay? I understand that I, the soul, am the sole responsible person for this body, for this body's role, and for its future destiny. I, the soul, am the sole responsible one. I take this responsibility with a lot of love, a lot of understanding, because I love myself. Who can love me more than I love myself? So to love myself, I start with my thoughts. My thoughts are like seeds. Seeds can grow into big trees and give thousands of fruits. Thoughts make my world. Thoughts make my fortune. Thoughts make my happiness. And thoughts make my life a successful one. I understand this very simple rule. And so each day I travel inside. My first and foremost journey each day is the journey inside. I have to prepare myself for the forthcoming day. I prepare what I have to do, how I should do, and in what way and with whom. I end with a short prayer after this inward journey, and I get ready to start the journey outside. Every outside journey begins with an inside journey and an upward journey to myself and to the Creator. And then I step out into the outer world. This will ensure that at least my life, my future, my destiny is something that I can take control of and not blame anyone for what I get. Thank you, God, for giving me this insight. Thank you. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. A big thank you to Sister Janaki for that wonderful, insightful session and a beautiful guided meditation. I'm sure all participants have a lot of takeaways from today's session, from the rich experience she holds, and from the beautiful stories which Sister has shared with us. And I really thank on behalf of our SiT team to Sister Janaki to share her words of wisdom with us this evening. And we really look forward to see you soon in Hyderabad. You have been to Hyderabad in the past, and being a Telugu speaking person, I'm sure the people of the South will take a lot of benefit from you. And I really wish and I hope to see you soon in Hyderabad. Before we conclude today's session, I would like to check with the participants if they have any questions. We can have one or two quick questions. You can put it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask Sister Janaki.
Yes, I have a question, Mansa here. Shanti, good evening to everyone.
Yes, 1 second. Go ahead.
So yes,
Shanti.
whatever the sister Janaki has said is it's completely aware. Everybody are aware of it. But the problem comes is we have enough knowledge. We have many resources for such kind of knowledge, like affirmations, self-positive talk, and we have many examples. But when we come into practice, there we go back. I mean, when we come into the situations and the scenarios, completely, whatever knowledge we have, it goes completely opposite. So in that case, how many times we fail, and how many times we need to give ourselves second chance. And it's like Gyan is different and Dharana is different. Application of knowledge is different. So to hearing, it's like Kaan ka ras, kan ki ras, acha hai, bahut acha hai, very nice, soothing. Application, no, not possible. I, the soul, don't have so much power to apply the knowledge. I mean, am I so powerful? We give this arms to ourselves like I am powerful, I'm successful. When it comes to the battlefield, it's completely opposite. In such cases, how we need to keep ourselves motivated, how we need to talk so positive, which in reality is not the what we are thinking about it. Can you guide us?
Sure. This is a question most people ask. You see, when my body is weak, my body is not strong, I take vitamins. Is it enough that I take vitamins for 1 month and I can become strong and I stop taking vitamins, supplements? Or do I continue to take vitamin pills throughout my life so that I have enough supplements to keep my body strong and not to be affected by viruses, flu, etc., etc. So that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is when I want to build up my body muscles, can I just do like physical yoga for 1 month and I can have a full fit body? No, I have to continue at it all the time. So same thing happens to the muscles of the soul. Same thing happens to the health of the soul. We have been very, very negligent in both Dwapara Yuga and also Kali Yuga. Many births, many births. We have been very negligent. So whatever negligence that I have shown in the past, who is going to repay that? I did it, I repay. So how much time will it take? How many times will I have to do it? How many times I have to face failure? Because until I finish whatever wrong I've done and I've come back to my starting point of zero, then I can start accumulating. But life is not so cruel. I can start accumulating as well as start abolishing or finishing my bad karma. For example, every day I meditate, I keep positive. People who interact with me, my family members, my workplace, the society, whatever my lifestyle is very, very cruel. Why is it cruel? I have to pay back. That is something that I have taken on myself. And who's going to pay back for me? Myself. But because I have been meditating, or because I have been doing a lot of self-affirmation, my power, the power in the soul to take knocks, to take kicks, to take beatings become strong. So somebody says something to me, I don't cry. Somebody says something nasty to me, I don't cry. I come across a big failure. I said, okay, nobody in this world has ever succeeded throughout. There were ups and downs. No problem. I can pick up again. So it is a matter of your own accounts with yourself. Never give up on yourself until the end. If you are courageous, take help from the Almighty. He is there to help. So meditation helps, affirmation helps, but things will not go your way. Not so easy. Not so easy because family members are there also to repay karmic accounts. Workplace also, everywhere. There is repayment, repayment, repayment. But when you pay off your debts, you're happy. You're grateful. You finish all your debts. You go back free. No more bad accounts with you. Isn't that good? So never give up on yourself. Love yourself more and more. The more you get bashed around, the more you become strong inside and say, I'm still okay. One thing about the soul, it can be bashed around and burnt and kicked and whatever. It can still bounce back to become a beautiful soul, like a deity soul. Man can become a deity. They say, what is that? The soul of a man living in Kali Yuga can become as beautiful as a deity, maybe in heaven. So never give up on yourself and never say, I've done this much. For the body, we have endless patience and love. But for the soul, we give up very fast. The soul is more important than the body. So the inner journey, inner property has to be given its own priority. Don't lose out on it. Mother, sister, you can do it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I hope your question was answered once again.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Yes. Any other questions from our participants? Before we end our session today, we can take one or two quick questions. You can unmute or you can type it in the chat box. All right. I think, sister, your session has our participants left with no questions. It has given them things to reflect on. So it was really truly a very, very insightful session from your end. And it was a pleasure listening to you. And we really hope and wish to see you back in Hyderabad once again. So before we conclude, I have some announcements for our participants. We have the YouTube recording of this today's session on our YouTube channel. If you wish to go back and reflect on the thoughts shared by Sister Janaki, you can always, you can see our YouTube link on the screen, and we have our Facebook page where we will be sharing daily messages. Like Sister said, your thoughts create your world. So beautiful thoughts are shared every morning so that you can create your world of wisdom, and based on that thoughts of wisdom, you can really make a difference in this world, because thoughts carry energy. So you can be part of our Facebook page, and we have a WhatsApp group wherein we keep posting daily thoughts. Again, the same ones which we posted on our Facebook page. If you wish to get it on WhatsApp, you can join our WhatsApp group. You can see the WhatsApp number on your screen. You can just type that you wish to be part of the group, so that we can share the daily thoughts with you, plus the information, the flyers of the upcoming events also are posted in our WhatsApp group. So it is, you can take any option and you can help yourself to make a difference in this life. And yes, we have a QR code on the screen. If you could take a moment to scan the link and share your valuable feedback, which will help us to improve our sessions. Or if you have any thoughts, any topics in mind, please feel free to share it in the feedback form. Plus, we have the link of the feedback in your chat box, which would be reflecting now. If you cannot scan the code, you can click on the link, take a moment to fill in this form, which is of great value to us. And a big thank you to all our participants who have been patiently listening and consistently coming forward for such kind of sessions. I'm sure these thoughts by our wonderful speakers will make you or help you to grow as an individual. And see you next time on the second Saturday of December, which would be the 11th anniversary celebration of SiT retreats. So I really look forward to welcome you on the second Saturday of December. Till then, please take care and keep your thoughts pure, keep your thoughts elevated, and keep your thoughts beautiful to create a beautiful life. Om Shanti and good night.